up guys, I'm Steven.
And I'm Kylie, and if you've seen our videos before, then welcome back. And if you're new to our channel, we are a husband and wife team of real estate investors and property managers based primarily in the Palm Springs area.
It's been a while since we did a Q&A video, so we've rounded up some of our favorite questions from recent videos, and we'll answer them for you today.
The first few questions are from our latest video on smart home equipment, so we're going to start with those.
The first question is from Brian.
Do you all have a good solution for smart thermostat specific to mini splits? I know MISA has one, but not sure how reliable it is and wondering if you've looked into any.
So the mini splits we've installed all have built-in Wi-Fi capability.
The guests operate the mini split with a physical remote at the property, but we can also remotely monitor the usage from an app on our phone. And it's worked well for us so far.
If your mini split doesn't have Wi-Fi capability, the MISA unit looks like a good option to get that connectivity, but it's our preference to just shop for the mini splits that have the built-in Wi-Fi.
We have both a full video and a blog post all about mini splits for your STR, so we'll link everything in the description below.
Next up is a question from Dustin Coop. He said, great video. As for Roku, what I like about the stick is the guests can log into their own accounts and give it a date to expire. Are you paying for all the streaming platforms?
Yeah, so you can actually activate the guest mode on the Roku integrated TVs like Hisense, as well as with the stick.
But to answer your question, we provide some sort of live TV option for guests, usually YouTube TV, but we don't use the guest mode because we want that account to stay logged in permanently.
At properties that we own versus manage, we're also offering Netflix, and then I'm sure that other accounts of ours are logged in like Disney Plus, and I know Amazon Prime is with the passcode locked so people can't make purchases.
Although we'll see how long before Netflix starts cracking down on multiple locations. I hear that's coming.
It already is coming. People are getting shut down.
We're still under the radar, I guess.
Got locked out of my Netflix account. Again.
Okay, next question is from Ben B&B. Great video, thank you. Do you have a particular hot tub manufacturer / model you prefer for short-term rentals? Also, I'm curious if you have a service or some type of automation that keeps your hot tub chemicals balanced.
Good question. We have two brands that we purchased, and they've both been from Costco. One is the Aquaterra brand, and the other two were Evolution Spa's brand.
So the first one, which is an Evolution, we bought that in 2009, and that is currently at a long-term rental that we have in San Diego. So it's been 14 years. Aside from regular maintenance, we haven't had any issues with it.
We changed filters and the water balanced, and it's kept on chugging. The second one, also an Evolution, we bought in 2021, and that's at our house, no issue.
And then the third one is the Aquaterra, and that is one that we recently installed at our high desert property. Costco delivers it on a pallet, so you do have to consider how you're going to transport it from where they drop it off and where you want it to live.
Sometimes it's been easy, other times it's been a little scary, maybe a little dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Kylie's just stood by and watched and been scared.
I was filming.
You're doing great.
The good thing about Costco, though, is their generous return policy. If something major were to happen and you felt like you were kind of wronged by them, you can take it back to the store and get your money back. It's a nice peace of mind.
As far as hot tub automation, going back to your question, we don't currently have anything installed for that.
I've seen some products for like automated chemical dispenser things, and we haven't done that or felt like we needed it.
My question would be like, if you put one of those on and you get a notice, then who does it? I guess you're still gonna need someone to come and take care of the...
There's a couple different smart products that I've seen. There's like a smart monitor that monitors the water chemistry and then tells you to add something. And then I have seen things that like dose out chemicals, like more sophisticated, probably expensive, but we haven't needed it. We use liquid chlorine to disinfect our spas, and we've had good luck using that as long as it's used regularly. We bought a water test kit, and around weekly we test the pH, the alkalinity, and the borates in the tub to make sure the water's balanced. And as long as the water's balanced, then you just add chlorine and things have just kind of worked.
We'll link a couple of the things that he uses, like this new vacuum thing. You like that, right?
Yeah,
we'll link it in the description.
We got this simple little vacuum tool that takes out sand or little dirt particles, makes that process easy. We've had good luck with longevity of the water, but do keep in mind that you are going to have to change the water completely regularly. I mean, depends on the use, and if you can get guests to shower, most of them shower before use. The most important thing after a water change is to balance the chemicals in that water before someone uses it.
Okay, next question question is from Red Demon 1923. It's a long one. Hey guys, love your videos. Thank you. My wife and I are thinking of purchasing our first property for STR. We're collecting a ton of info, but one topic I'd love to hear your thoughts on. What do you do when you're on vacation? How do you manage the guests, making sure you get back to them within a reasonable time while simultaneously not being glued to your phone to enjoy your time? Also, can you share what your end goal is for your business? What will your exit strategy be once you feel you don't want to manage all these properties? How can you make it more passive? These are all really good questions. So what do we do when we're on vacation? There's never really a complete disconnect when we're on vacation. We're just gonna be honest with you. And that's because we do handle the guest messaging and we're very much tied to our business. Times that we're completely offline, like if we're on a flight without Wi-Fi, we've had my parents step in the past, just keep an eye on things, see if anything urgent comes up. Now we have our assistant property manager monitor things when we're, offline.
We've kind of just accepted that for now because we like to give personalized responses, and we also like to stay aware of what's happening at all of our properties.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. There are people that hire VAs and they do a good job for the most part of being able to respond to guest inquiries. So that is a way to make this more passive.
Our friend Janet, who is a property manager in San Diego, we met her and her husband at an STR conference last year. They rely heavily on VAs for their guest messaging, and she's got it like dialed in.
Yeah, there's a lot of training and upfront work involved in that. If I remember correctly, they were kind of like shadowing their main VAs for like a year before they really felt confident in their performance and just kind of turning them loose. The good thing is once you have one good VA, they could train the next one and the next one. So
Sure.
It is not a bad model.
I know that she watches our videos, so maybe we could get her on and she could share all of her VA finding and training knowledge with us.
And the next part of that question is, what is our end goal?
It's a good one.
We started this business and it was a side hustle. We were self-managing our own property and then slowly managing some properties for others. And we kind of saw it as a means to quit our 9-to-5 jobs and have more flexibility in our lives. We're our own bosses now, and a couple years later, we have quit those 9-to-5 jobs and we enjoy that. But it would be a lie if we said we'd want to manage other people's properties forever.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't see us totally giving up on property management, at least not anytime soon, but I can see us potentially in the next couple years just scaling back on the number of clients that we have as our own portfolio grows.
We have some really great clients and really great properties that we love to manage, and not to toot our own horn, but I think we're pretty good at it.
But it is a grind. Like, full transparency, can be really difficult working with people. Working in a hospitality business and dealing with all different types of people can be very difficult, draining, especially if you're sensitive like me.
Or easily angered like me.
I'm not angry. I'm fine.
We have really hard days sometimes, but it's not every day. Sometimes it's not even every week.
And you can find that at any job, right? You're gonna have hard days no matter what industry or job you're in. I would say the positives outweigh the negatives, tenfold. Did that even answer the question? I don't know what the question was anymore.
I never say never, but I really don't see us in like some quick exit.
Mass exit.
Sell the whole company. It's not something we're really interested in. It's more about probably curating the list of properties in our portfolio, and then like Kylie mentioned, growing our own properties that we manage ourselves.
So all of that being said, we have been spending a lot of time thinking about what we want our life to look like, as a family, as a business, as a family business. And we've then been sort of reverse engineering all of that to see what steps do we need to take to get to where, we really want to be. And when we close escrow on a new property in a couple of weeks, we will have a lot more to share about that. 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 3 weeks till we close?
3 weeks. It's a good little teaser to sign up for those notifications, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you want to find out what that means. Next question. If I get an LLC for my Airbnb, would I need to add insurance, or should I go with the insurance that Airbnb provides?
You should have insurance regardless of how you're holding title for your property.
And regardless of any platform policies that are in place, like Airbnb Air Cover. What Airbnb offers, we really consider is a potential for replacement of damaged items, but it's definitely not a replacement for insurance.
Airbnb's coverage for damage claims really has improved in the the past year or so. I remember like 2-3 years ago, it was impossible to get anything back. And so that really has changed for the better. So we like to think of it as a good opportunity for reimbursement for damage claims that would be too small of something to claim with your insurance carrier.
Things like a broken lamp or maybe carpet cleaning from a bad stain.
We did a full video on STR insurance way back. I think it was like the second or third video that we did, so it's a little cringy, but we still stand by the content and, you know, what we said in the video.
We'll link that in the description below. Go check that out. All right, next question. Thank you for the videos. I'm curious if you collect a security deposit for any of your listings. My research shows that only owner res can do this, but I love the look of Uplisting's direct booking website. I'm on the fence.
We really like Uplisting, and yes, Uplisting does allow you to collect security deposits from other booking platforms like Airbnb, Vrbo.
One point, when you use a PMS, you're allowed by Airbnb to collect guest emails to facilitate this security deposit collection off the platform. But it's been our choice to only collect the extra security deposits for direct bookings.
And that's really because the damage claim or air cover has improved so much from Airbnb past year. If you do want to check out Uplisting, like we said, we do highly recommend it, and we will leave a sign up link in the description box. Next question. Monica says, just signed up for Wayfair Professional, had no idea that existed.
So this isn't really a question, but it did make us think of something that we did want to share about Wayfair Professional.
We're in the middle of a full client setup right now, which, by the way, if you need another reason to turn on your notifications, we are starting next week a full setup series that takes you behind the scenes from contract all the way to listing creation for one of our clients. Stay tuned for that.
We've done 2 big orders related to that setup, and there's a few tips we wanted to share.
The first is that you can usually get an additional discount just by asking. So when you sign up for Wayfair Professional, if you're doing a lot of volume with them, they will end up giving you a dedicated account manager like we have. Otherwise, you'll get put in touch with this kind of group support email that you can send this request to.
After you have all the items in your cart, you send an email, ask if there's any additional discounts or promotions that they can apply to those items.
And in our experience, we usually get about a 5% additional discount.
This email process can be slow, so in our experience, it's better to just call, get that answer quickly versus email. When we're doing the setup, we like to keep the orders moving as quickly as we can.
I tried to call the other day, have all the items loaded in my cart, and I called it like, 4 o'clock and was on hold for an hour. And then at 5 o'clock, this message came on that said, we're currently closed. Please try us again tomorrow. So then I tried the next day at 10:30, and I was only on the phone for 5 minutes. So early in the day is best.
The current wait time is 6 hours and 14 minutes.
That's all the questions for today, but feel free to introduce yourself in the comments. We'll link that smart home video on the screen for you to watch next.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.